Howdy everybody, Derek and Crystal. We are in the soap shop packing orders again, and our first order is going to Soldotna, Arkansas. I almost had it. That's Sedonta, Alaska. I don't know how to say it, but Crystal's uncle used to go up that way, and he lived up there for a while. And once, a long time ago, they caught a bunch of salmon, froze it, and sent it to us back at the old Blue Cactus place. So we've eaten salmon out of whatever river you got there in Sedonta, Alaska. True story. And if you'd like to send us some salmon from Alaska, we would accept it.
Absolutely.
Please email us and let us know it's coming, because it's probably going to be frozen. And we do not want it to get bad. Soldotna.
Alright, now I gotta see. Soldotna. Yeah, Soldotna. I'll go with that. This next one here is going to Rosebud, Texas. I do not know where that is. Come on. Hold on. Is that flat right?
No.
Sorry. Okay. See, and this is my mess up, but I caught it early.
I need a refill on that tape. Since I've used all my tapes. All my tape fixing Crystal's mistakes.
Not quite.
So, as I was saying, Rosebud, Texas. I do not know where that is off the top of my head.
Sounds pretty.
I'm gonna guess somewhere near the Pecos River. I don't have my phone on me there. Yeah, don't I? I'm dying to know. It usually takes us a while to get going. She's often waiting on me in the beginning, and I'm waiting on her in the end. For me, Leesburg, Georgia. That's why I've had Luke Bryan songs in my head for the last couple of minutes. I'm pretty sure that is where or near Luke Bryan is from, and I'll remember that because there is a Leesburg where I grew up too. I got an old bass boat that I stowed down there.
Grapevine, Texas. I don't know where that is. Somewhere out in Texas. That might, if you'd like me or Crystal to read your hometown off on the internet, all you gotta do is just buy some soap. You'll have smooth skin, and at least 300 people will know where your town is, kinda. What do we got here? This is Roseburg, Oregon. I don't know where that is either. Chances are it could be green and have snow-capped mountains in view. As you can tell, I'm getting ahead of Crystal pretty good now. We do this at least every other day. And if times are good, meaning people buy a lot of soap, we do it every day. So if you want us to slave away in here every day, feel free to buy some soap. All right, this is going to New Kent, Virginia. I don't know where that is either. Probably near Old Kent.
Maybe.
All right, now we're up to Levelland, Texas. I'm about to go get my phone. I know where this is, somewhere. Somewhere where the land is level.
That is Texas.
Texas is popular today in the soap orders. Excuse me, camera.
You can't help it, guys. You just gotta look at a map. It's been 20 minutes since the last time you looked at a map.
Grapevine, Texas. That's Dallas, Fort Worth area. Rosebud, Texas. It's Waco-ish. What was this the last one? Levelland, Texas. That's outside of Lubbock. We've been through Lubbock once. Me and Crystal stayed at a Holiday Inn there once on the way to a goat show. I was kind of freaked out because every vehicle in the parking lot had like baseball size hail damage.
Yeah.
Because All right, this one here is Concord, North Carolina. Let that yapper in. There's a yapper dog at our door.
Big
She-
gas nose up her
Yeah,
dog.
she's yapping because there's two polar bears sniffing her backside. See how that's annoying. Yeah. All right. Concord, North Carolina. I thought I already said that. I didn't tape it yet.
Nah.
All right, this is Piggott, Arkansas. Piggott, Arkansas.
Piggott.
This is a Diamond Ranch Farmstead. I recognize the name, and we met them down at a goat show. And she commented on the last video about ordering some soap. She kind of gave me the idea of doing this again. So thank you. If you guys want to see another goat channel, they got chickens and a bunch of stuff going on. It's Diamond Ranch Farmstead. They're out here in Arizona too. But the soap's going to Arkansas. Dog in Arkansas, I bet you that's in Dadgummit County.
Piggott.
Huh?
Piggott. Not dogged.
Oh, Piggott.
There probably is a dog at Arkansas though.
I've joked over the years about having I was trying to think of how to say that, but I used to joke about having a band named Dadgummit, and my album will be called Doggone It. Yeah, it never took off though.
That's crazy.
Right. This is Greenville, Pennsylvania. Greenville, Pennswoods. Greenville, PA. Nope, I haven't driven through there, but that's in northwestern Pennsylvania. I've drove right under you on the 80 and over you on the 90. For those of you that don't know, Pennsylvania is way more mountainous than I would have ever imagined. Back before I'd driven through there. All right, now we have Dalton, Georgia. Dalton, Georgia. When I was a kid, there was some other kid in the neighborhood. He used to show up in the summer. We'd ride around, hang out a little bit. He was from Dalton, Georgia. Never did see him again. Liberty, Iowa, which is just west of Liberty, Iowa. West Liberty, Iowa. Where is you? Alright, so near Iowa City, and in between Iowa City and the four cities, Davenport or whatever it is. I just drove near there anyway, on one of those roads. It was like the nicest road in the country, really. I can't remember the name of it. Yeah, I went near you on the 80 and then went north on the 380 and then cut over on US 20 through Iowa, which is about the nicest road in America. And I went all the way, that was my last stop in Sioux City, Iowa, which if you didn't know, Sioux City is home of the Sioux City Sioux. It's true. Here we have Mechanicsburg, PA, which you could use a mechanic. I bet there's a couple around there. Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. Harrisburg. Yeah, I've been through there somehow. I end up going through Pennsylvania. I'm always going through Scranton for not for some reason. It's deliberately to avoid like Washington, and Philly, and New York City. It's like an hour or so longer to go around it. So that's what I always do.
Been around this country, babe.
Somebody tried to buy a goat recently, but it didn't go through. They wanted me to take it to somewhere on Long Island. But when I typed in the address, it just became like a boat out at sea somehow. And through a couple of conversations, I think they're going to take they wanted to take the goat to
Puerto Rico?
Dominican Republic.
Dominican Republic.
And I don't know how they're planning on doing that. So needless to say, we're not doing that. I bet the tolls to get from the Jersey side to the Long Island side are like $100 or something.
Oh, this is my buddy. This is my buddy Cheryl. She used to be a club member, and I miss her actually. She moved away from here just about a year ago.
She moved to Maine, it turns out.
Yes, so completely different climate, but she didn't like the heat.
Oh, wow. Wow, you were almost in Canada.
Who, Cheryl?
Uh-huh. Oh, I bet that's neat.
That's beautiful.
We were just talking about, I've been to Maine once, but it's almost kind of an unfair evaluation of Maine because I know I was just in Maine maybe 30 minutes. And, it's a very touristy place. Where was that? Yeah, Portsmouth. Somewhere up in there. Wells. It was Wells, Maine. And I was going to get a hotel room, but it was like $500 a night with a minimum 2-night stay. I'm sure that's a very popular spot with like people from New York City and stuff like that. But I have wondered if you get up into extremely North Maine, where this woman is, I bet it is neat up there. You're about as north as you could get in America. Wow. All right, guys, we're done.
All right, so we got to get these to the post office.
Bye. Gosh, Crystal, you just get to rambling. All right, so Roseburg, Oregon just sounded too familiar. I'm too curious. I had to look it up. I have been in through there. I have been through there. It's on I-5 in Oregon, and I stayed the night just south of there at the Seven Feathers Casino rest area or something. But anyway, really nice rest area. Perfect, safe, quiet. Had some information about the Seven Feathers Indians or whatever, but anyway, I was just curious. I wanted to tell you guys. Bye.